And we look in the locker room moments before this huge game. All focus on this postseason. Real tense in there. The Western Conference Finals is shaping up to be just the kind of battle we've expected. The series is all even at 1, and Game 3 could be the tipping point. We'll bring it to you live on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And for the Spurs, Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie at the 4. Taking a look at San Antonio, they find themselves with home court advantage. You think that's something they can hold on to?
You know, I don't know, B.A. I mean, judging from the first couple games, this feels like a long series to me. These teams are pretty evenly matched.
Now here's Vassell. Wembanyama, screen on Williams. Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Count it.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
And Holmgren with the basket on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Vassell outside. Back to Fox. Three-pointer. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And we're about a minute into the first. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he banks in the layup.
A tricky cover. Gilgeous-Alexander is a talented finisher inside.
Pass to Champagnie. Wembanyama, screen on Holmgren. To the inside. And stolen by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander against Fox. SGA passes to Hartenstein. Outside for SGA. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams from long range. Got a piece of it.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Hartenstein in the post. Wembanyama on it. Castle outside. Wembanyama pass to Fox. Here's Champagnie. Puts up a 3. Hartenstein pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Dort outside. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's guarded by Vassell. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Champagnie.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Wembanyama, 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
You can tell Castle values the chance to set another guy up. He's not trying to do it all by himself out there.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Different look for San Antonio. Cornette's checked in for Wembanyama. Barnes comes in for Champagnie. And it's Johnson in for Vassell. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Johnson with it. Joe covering. Three-pointer, Fox. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Wallace outside. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Wallace. It's Williams, high post. Working on Cornette. Shot clock at 5. Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Shoots over Johnson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
From deep, Mitchell. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. San Antonio on top. They lead by 2. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. This stadium is rocking right now as we return to the Western Conference Finals. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Johnson and Barnes, your small and power forwards. Harper out there with Stephon Castle. And it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now here's Johnson. No made baskets yet. Cornette with the bucket.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Screen by Holmgren. And Wallace, here we go. Launches a 3. Oh, Holmgren, the touch from range.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain. They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Lennox checked in for Cornette. Devin Vassell comes in for Johnson. And Fox is subbed in for Harper. Then for Oklahoma City, Jalen Williams comes in for Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Outside Barnes. Fox up top. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. 6 to shoot. Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Fox missing.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they wanted to take.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
The shot by Olynyk, no good.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
SGA passes to Williams. There's the 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Castle outside. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. Castle's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Thunder have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. different look for San Antonio. Wembanyama comes in for Olynyk, and it's Harper in for Castle. Then for Oklahoma City, Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Holmgren. Dort comes in for Wallace, and Mitchell subbed in for Joe. Now here's Williams. No points yet. The shot by Dort, no good.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And they pick up 2. And that's now 6 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Outside, Williams. Hartenstein a screen. The 11-footer. Williams' shot is good. Williams has gotten his first basket of the night.
Rock-solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
One of the most popular players in the world the moment he entered this league, Wembanyama continues to grow his fan base.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of this game.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
One of the most unique prospects the game has ever seen. Wembanyama's height and versatility make him a generational talent.
Champagny, he's checked in for San Antonio. Castle comes in for Harper. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Wiggins, he's checked in for Mitchell. And that's good as he hits both shots.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Castle against Dort. Back to SGA. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on De'Aaron Fox.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
First trip to the line for him here. The first one falls.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
From deep three-point land. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Drum roll, please. Their manager at the shot. Give it up for the participant.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the San Antonio Spurs.
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course. And
taking a look at the Spurs in this series. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
Well, tonight is a big game, and you have to be impressed with the way he's come out firing.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem playing up to the moment.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Champagny. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Oh, and the jam by Wembanyama.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Oklahoma City trailing. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
When you're as good a passer and scorer as SGA, you'll get defenders to bite like that.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Spurs shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Back to Fox. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Wembanyama. That one rolls around and rims out. And for Oklahoma City, they're shooting about 47%. A nice number. Here's Williams. And they take the lead. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Man, he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Pass to Champagny. Wembanyama, screen on Holmgren. Here's Champagny, and counted from 12 feet.
Nice dribble move to get to the hoop for an easy 2.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Fox. Now here's Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Look at Shea playing big inside.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Castle outside. Vassell, a screen on Dort. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Dort. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Wembanyama, screen on SGA. 5 to shoot. Wembanyama. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. 12 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him deliver.
It's good.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Pass to Champagny. Jacks up a 3. Hits the trifecta. Champagny's got 5 now.
A solid distributor. Good to see the rookie Castle finds his open teammates like this.
Holmgren with a screen on Fox. Holmgren, the pass to Wallace. Now Williams. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Barnes. Takes the 3. Williams grabs the board. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. here's Wallace. He's covered by Fox. Outside, Williams. Back to Wallace. Holmgren, pass to Williams. From deep three-point land. No good. 3/4 of play and a close one here. Oklahoma City ahead, up 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter started. Behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Trailing by 2 at the forward slots, it's Vassell and Barnes. Harper out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Cornette in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now here's Wallace. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on De'Aaron Fox. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Oklahoma City.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
And he knocks down the first one. So hits one and misses one at the line. Spurs trail by 3. Down low. Here's Harper. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Put so much pressure on the defense.
So it's Oklahoma City now. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. Vassell there for the rebound. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They've only given up 1 point in the 4th. The Thunder shooting it at 52%. Here's Mitchell. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. A different look for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Champagnie comes in for Barnes. And Stephon Castles subbed in for Harper. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Wiggins. Williams comes in for Wallace. Dort, he's checked in for Joe. And SGA subbed in for Mitchell. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap." Guys?
Allie, thank you. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Spurs making their last shot. Wembanyama against Hartenstein. Here's Castle. And stolen by Holmgren. Dort against Fox. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
The block by Wembanyama, and he'll lead the league in that category numerous times when it's all said and done.
Now here's Castle. Now Fox. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Thunder with a lead. On the wing, Williams. Outside Dort. Now SGA. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
Yeah, you need to know where Wemby is. If he's anywhere close to the rim, it's really tough to score.
The Thunder have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the 4th. SGA. Wembanyama there for the rebound. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Cassell, no good from 3. Here's Oklahoma City now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time clutch.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the wing, Fox. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Hartenstein. Williams outside. Tosses it up. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3 spot. Wembanyama, high post. He's against Hartenstein. Here's Castle, just 3 to shoot. To take the lead. Oh, no good.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
SGA fires. Fox there for the rebound. And Fox has got the ball here for the Spurs. Now Wembanyama. Oh, go up and go get it, Wemby.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
SGA, yes, sir, from 13 feet.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Holmgren with a screen on Fox. SGA. Castle pulls it down. San Antonio with the ball. He launches. Ooh, it doesn't go.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
SGA fires. Outside Dort. Stolen by Castle. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Outside Vassell. Fox. Ooh, the shot misses. Good from downtown. What a shot. They may take a second look at it. Boy, that was...
The previous play is
So the basket may count after all. We'll see. No guarantee this outcome is going to remain the same.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to count.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And they will count it. After checking out the replay, they rule that the shot was off in time.
Just an amazing finish, and thankfully, replay gives the officials a break on what would have been a terrible missed call.
And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. And this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now, as long as they don't lose their focus.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Postseason preparations. A peek at the players getting themselves warmed up. A lot is on the line. The tip-off just moments away. It's Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals, a tight series back and forth so far. Will it continue that way? Thank you for joining us for this playoff edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. San Antonio. Means 3 of the next 5 games will be on their home court.
Nice to have that edge in your back pocket. If they can make it 2-1 here tonight, they'll feel like this series is theirs for the taking.
Here's Wembanyama. Lock at 6. To the left wing. Here's Champagnie. A rebound by Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Dort. SGA against Fox. Right side, SGA. Nice shot from the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first points up on the board tonight here for Oklahoma City. It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
Here's Champagnie after the made shot from Chet Holmgren. The kick out to Fox. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And there's an example of Fox. Doesn't have to get all the way to the cup to be effective.
Here's SGA. San Antonio with the rebound. They need to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues that they just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, nothing bothers coaches more than turnovers. I'm sure it was not quiet in that post-game locker room.
On up the court. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. The Spurs with some changes. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell, and it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. The Thunder also changing it up. Jalen Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wallace comes in for Holmgren. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Dort. Now here's Williams. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look for Oklahoma City. Wiggins is checked in for Williams. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Spurs leading by 4. And the points coming for them now, Greg in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Here's Wembanyama for 3.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Mitchell passes to Wallace. Back to Mitchell. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Wiggins, a screen on Fox. Here's Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. For San Antonio, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Pass to Wembanyama. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Thunder making a switch here. Holmgren's checked in. Thunder trailing by 4. To stop the drought. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs lead by 4. Return. What an atmosphere in here as we return to the action of the Western Conference Final. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, the energy was there. The communication was there. I think they can build on this going forward.
Here's Castle, covered by Joe. To the inside. Holmgren with the steal. Down low. Knocked loose. Harper with the steal. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Castle. Over Williams. Williams with the block. And here is Mitchell. Driving to the basket. And stolen by Castle. We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Johnson. And he banks in the lane. Johnson's got the lead up to 6 now for San Antonio. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. nightmarish clamps thus far.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
A different look now for San Antonio. Olenek is checked in for Luke Cornett. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Harper. And then for Oklahoma City, Wiggins is checked in for Jalen Williams. Williams comes in for Isaiah Joe. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Wiggins finds Williams. Gasol against Wallace. Here's Holmgren. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Holmgren's got his second bucket of the game to go. Spurs leading by 4. Tim, you talk about a player with quick hands. That's Cason Wallace.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not just the hands that make him a threat on D. It's his lateral quickness, anticipation, and positioning. He just has that sixth sense about where the ball is going next.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Holmgren can't hit. Vassell against SGA. Barnes outside. Outside Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
And Williams, here we go. It's good.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
And it's Fox with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. 6-point lead. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. A different look now for San Antonio. Wembanyama comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. Then for the Thunder, Hartenstein's checked in for Holmgren. Williams comes in for Aaron Wiggins. And it's Dort in for Wallace. How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? Here's Dort. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Outside Fox. Five on the clock. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Dort finds Williams. A nice passing by Oklahoma City. Right at the free throw line. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount.
Fox, no good. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Howdy, folks. Game 3 here at the half, and it is a substantial deficit for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? Up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. They were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh, and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
San Antonio leading by 8. Pass to Castle. Now here's Vassell. It's the three-point bomb. Vassell's got the first basket of the second half here for San Antonio. Outside Williams. Holmgren up top. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Hartenstein's got his first 2 points of the night.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
And that's one of Fox's strengths, trying to involve his teammates first. A really good passer who wants to play for his guys.
Spurs shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Champagnie passes to Fox. With the step back. Outside for Wembanyama. From outside, off the mark.
You know, all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, you might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of winning teams, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. Now, here's SGA. Rugged finish from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Back to Fox. The tray. Drains it from beyond the arc. Fox has got 11 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. San Antonio making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. The Thunder also changing it up. Jalen Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wallace comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Dort. .114 left to play in the third. Back to Williams. Pass to SGA. That one drops for him. 6 points for him.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Here's Castle. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Johnson's checked in for the Spurs. Harper comes in for De'Aaron Fox. Then for the Thunder, Wiggins comes in for Williams. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. That one misses for Castle. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wembanyama, a screen on Wallace. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Wembanyama.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
So he gets them both.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You'll love to see it.
Wallace with the ball. He has yet to score. One second left. Driving inside. And he lays it up and in. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Fox. Barnes outside. Back to Fox. No good on that one. Good D by Mitchell. Joe passes to Holmgren. Wallace outside. Shoots over Vassell. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. There's the screen. Inside. There's Cornette. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Cornette's got his first points of the game.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Holmgren with the steal. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Big time move inside. Spurs leading by 6. And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams comes in for Wallace. Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And SGA's subbed in for Mitchell. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He seemed pleased with his team's performance, saying, quote, "We're on track. We're doing everything right. Keep it tight out there, and let's take back the lead in this series." Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Castle with it. Defended by Dort. Fox fires. No problem with the wide-open jam.
And how about the mid-range shooting of Fox? Definitely capable of sinking those shots with consistency.
Hartenstein with the screen on Fox. Yep, it's going to go in. Spurs leading by 6. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Fox. Watch out for Wembanyama.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Hartenstein. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Got it to go off the glass.
Yeah, when Fox gets into a rhythm, he is tough. Having himself a night.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Another chance. Gilgeous-Alexander with great positioning inside.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Wembanyama, a screen on SGA. 3, good.
And now we can start talking about game 4. What a magnificent effort and really a significant victory for the Spurs.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And they're going to take one big step closer to the NBA Finals with this win tonight.
Yeah, and we know how pivotal Game 3s can be, especially when the teams split the first 2. So they have a major advantage going forward. The lead may only be 2-1, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for De'Aaron Fox.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together, playing his game and contributing in a big way.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of a series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Alan LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.
Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
From deep, Wembanyama sinks it from distance.
And you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Williams looking around. Here's SGA. The rebound by the Spurs.
Well, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Williams against Vassell. Over Williams. And that one comes up a bit short.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Dort pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort a screen on Vassell. Here's SGA. Baseline jumper right on the money.
But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot, too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
And stolen by Holmgren. Williams passes to Dort. Corner shot. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Deflects the pass. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Vassell. And that one's good. SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Wembanyama's shot is good.
And there were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the lead. No problem with the contact here.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the Spurs with some changes. Barnes comes in for Vassell, and it's Harper in for Castle. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wallace comes in for Holmgren, and Joe's subbed in for Dort. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. I brought up Jalen Williams, and coach said that he has a plan. Williams is an impressive all-around player. Coach did admit that, but we're hoping for some physical, high-pressure defense that will put him off his game a little tonight. A simple strategy, but coach seems confident that it'll get results. BA, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. 2 on the clock. Williams misses.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Oh, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Wembanyama. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Wembanyama's got 7 points.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Out left to the wing. Beyond the arc. The Thunder pull it in. 15 seconds left in the first quarter here. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And he is stronger than he looks, trust me. Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the night.
What I love about Jalen Williams, he makes his presence felt on the game. Athleticism, tireless work ethic, and offensive skills that are just blossoming with each repetition.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Oklahoma City ahead, up 5. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. Glad to have you with us as we return to the action here in the Western Conference Finals. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Spurs trail by 5. And how about the Thunder? Doris last season bringing home the first major professional sports title in the state of Oklahoma.
And what a fan base they have celebrating this historic achievement. And you think about the way this roster was built. through smart draft choices, through player development, and through a young, brilliant basketball coach. This team remains young. They're united. They're together, and it could be the first of many.
Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Wiggins, he's checked in for Williams.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Castle, no good on that one. Well, when we talk about what it takes to win a championship, star power is often the first thing mentioned.
Well, B.A., we know that talent is what wins basketball games at any level. There's no question. You need one star, and more often than that, at least another. But really, overall roster construction is critical.
Spurs trail by 3. Vassell, right side. The 3 is up. Good D by Wallace. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Thunder. Wallace outside. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Back to Mitchell. Screen by Holmgren. From 12 feet. Mitchell misses. Pass to Castle. Here's Cornette. He's covered by Holmgren. Back to Castle. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points. Closer in to the hoop.
Here's Oklahoma City now. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Harper. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Mitchell. SGA with it. Holmgren outside. Ooh, Holmgren fighting through contact.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
When it comes to the scoring ability of Chet Holmgren, there's a lot to talk about, Doris.
Oh, come on, B.A. This guy's 7'1" and a sweet shooter from long range. He can put it on the deck and get to the mid-range. He can finish at the rim. Oh, my goodness, look out.
Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. Then for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein comes in for Wiggins, and it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. Dort outside. Pass to Holmgren. Mitchell's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City substitution. Number 25, A.J. Mitchell.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The shot by Dort, no good. Spurs trail by 3. To the paint. It's tipped. Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. There's a screen. Pass to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Well, talking about Jalen Williams, what excites you most about this kid, Doris?
Okay, I don't know where to begin, BA, because you are talking about a legitimate two-way force and a guy who has the potential to be a perennial all-star. He takes on a huge defensive assignment. He can sustain an offense when your star is off the floor. Like, look out. This guy's game is big time.
First free throw is good. And the Thunder were already a tough defensive unit, Doris. went out and got more stoppers last season in Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso.
It is a prerequisite for Mark Daigneault that you be able to guard your backside off on the defensive end. They lean into their strengths. They were the best of the West in 2024, and then you go out and get better. That front office is first level good. So good.
Pass to Champagnie. SGA against Fox. Here's Wembanyama. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. Inside. Stolen by Wembanyama. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. And Fox powers it home.
Yeah, and it's Wembanyama's length that leads to the steal and gets them out and running.
Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Thunder, up 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Game 3 action here at the break. It's a nice lead for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. They were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but go
whoever
ahead.
wins this Game 3, they win the series.
That is bold, Kenny. I sort of like it. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
SGA using the length inside.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Back to Vassell. Champagnie, the pass to Vassell. San Antonio moving the ball around. Fox for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fox against SGA. Holmgren outside. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds in the game. Back to Fox. Wembanyama screen. Down low. Oh, Wembanyama making it look easy.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
SGA against Fox. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Here's Vassell. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
And stolen by Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort against Castle. Holmgren outside. Back to Dort. Fires from deep. He buries it from three. So Dort's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, for Lou Dort, it's all about building confidence from three-point territory. This is a growing part of his skill set.
Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Fox. From deep. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's a 3-second violation. Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. And it's Wallace in for Dort. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Castle, and he dunks it down.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
Pass to Williams. And here's Wallace. Stolen by Castle. He's all alone, and he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Holmgren outside. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Champagny.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Wembanyama, screen on Williams. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Pass to Williams. Holmgren outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams a screen on Fox. Here's SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander with the floater.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
And here's Fox. The three. Ooh, Fox making him pay from deep.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Oklahoma City ahead, up 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Outside Barnes. Pass to Vassell. Barnes a screen. To the inside. And stolen by Holmgren. To the middle. Here's Joe. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Thunder lead by 3. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
But they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Cash from downtown.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Champagnie comes in for Barnes. And Castle's subbed in for Harper. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Jalen Williams comes in for Wallace. Dort, he's checked in for Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. First and foremost, he wants to see more points in the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Okay, thank you, Alec. Easy two for Holmgren.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Fox. Castle. That one's in there.
Yeah, this kid, Castle, loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
SGA against Vassell. Quick two. All net.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fox against SGA. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, it's off target. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Here's Hartenstein. Hartenstein to the screen on Fox. Williams outside. For 3. Wembanyama there for the rebound. Spurs shooting around 50% of the game so far. Here's Champagnie. He's covered by Holmgren. Outside Vassell. Wembanyama, screen on Williams. Here's Wembanyama. Both hands there for a little extra.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Fox against SGA. Dort. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
My goodness, Lou Dort in the clutch. We see you, young sir.
Fox against SGA. Buries it!
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He won.
Now we've got an intentional foul.
Shoot 2. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. Able to hit the second one, and that puts him up 5. And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Trailing by 5. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Vassell beyond the arc. Cleared away by Hartenstein. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Oklahoma City. Isaiah Hartenstein. And the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that increases the lead to 6. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Vassell! Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. So we see Oklahoma City get the win here, and this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now as long as they don't lose their focus.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And we present the player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You know, when you break down these teams, Greg, they are excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, so let's give credit to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort.
Here's
We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
Now here's Fox. Wembanyama pass to Fox, and the shot's good.
There's some contact there, but Fox just refuses to let that hold him back.
Pass to Hartenstein. Dort for 3. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And it's San Antonio's ball. Fox with the ball. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Fox has gotten a second bucket on the night.
Beautiful move there from Fox. His speed and handles are a lethal combination.
Hartenstein a screen. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't get that one. Good work defensively by Fox. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
Here's SGA. After the basket by San Antonio. Holmgren finds Williams. Castle outside. From downtown. Counted from distance.
Always ready to fire. Castle wasting no time.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Holmgren with a screen on Fox. Looking to end the run. Here's SGA. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on De'Aaron Fox.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
These are his first free throws of the game.
takes a first. Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away fouls.
Outside Barnes. SGA against Fox. And he lobs it up. Wembanyama with a bucket.
Yeah, terrific follow-through for Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 6-point game. Pass to Holmgren. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williams. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Spurs lead by 6 to the paint. Here's Barnes. The basket's good off the assist from Fox.
Making things happen. You want Fox making decisions with the ball.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. He's checked in for San Antonio. Thunder trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
For a center, he's made, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's Fox. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Williams grabs the board.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Pass to Wiggins. Stolen by Wembanyama. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Here's Champagnie. Here's Fox. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
At the line for your Spurs, De'Aaron Fox. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw's good for Fox. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. From outside the arc, and no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so the San Antonio Spurs closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. This stadium is rocking right now as we return to the Western Conference Finals. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Spurs.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Wallace with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Here's Mitchell. Wallace outside. Misses the three.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a three-point shooter of this caliber.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. And San Antonio making a change here. Vassell's checked in. Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. It's Barnes on the wing. Hounded by Wiggins. Vassell outside. Shot clock at 5. Spurs need to get one up here. And stolen by Holmgren. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Joe, the pass to Holmgren. Wallace outside. The three ball. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio leading by 5. As someone who helped make the game what it is today, what do you think of the modern NBA, Stan?
Well, look, BA, skill level has never been higher. These players are the best that have ever played the game. We've got more guys on the floor who can shoot the ball, more guys who can handle and pass. So the game is at its height. There is always going to be things that can be improved, but we've got to really appreciate what we're seeing in today's play. Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Pass to Cornette. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Our promo team is moving the crowd from T-shirts to the ladder section. Get packed! It's time for T-shirts. Who wants a free T-shirt? Get on your feet and go wild so we can see you. Okay, everybody, time to get up and get loud right now.
And the Spurs with some changes. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Olynyk comes in for Barnes. And De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for Castle. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fox against SGA. The three from Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama just too good.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Stan, the big man, Victor Wembanyama, has set a new standard for shot block.
Yeah, look, D.A., we've had some great rim protectors in this league, but he can also do it on the perimeter. I've seen guys turn down three-point looks because he's standing in front of them.
So it's San Antonio now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. And it's Fox missing. Outside, SGA. Pass to Dort. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lets it go from the wing. The Thunder with the rebound. Outside, SGA. Good work defensively by Fox. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. San Antonio on top, up 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Howdy, folks. Game 3 here at the half, and it is a substantial deficit for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
This game won't stay close. They continue to shoot under 40%. Move the ball, man. Create high-quality looks.
They also miss some shots they normally make, so there's that.
Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. They were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but go ahead.
Whoever wins this Game 3, they win the series.
That is bold, Kenny. I sort of like it. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
Yeah, look, even when you put a body on him, he finds ways to extend possession.
Here's Williams. Still without a bucket. Dort outside. There's the triple. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Vassell passes to Champagny. Wembanyama against Hartenstein. Clock at 6. Fox deciding where to go with it. Yep, that one goes. Fox has got 7 points in the game.
The sweet stroke of Fox. Lefties always make it look so good.
Down low. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, you could feel the playoff intensity in that block. He's playing some extra aggressive defense out there.
Holmgren, the pass to Dort. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Over Castle. Rebounded by Champagny.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough work in the mid-range area.
Fox outside. Pass to Castle. Here's Wembanyama. He's covered by Holmgren. Fox outside. Shoots over SGA. And it's Fox missing.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all 3 levels.
Castle outside. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Dort with the bucket on the assist by Williams. 7 points in the game.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Fox with a screen on Williams. Back to Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Out to Fox. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. San Antonio again can't hit.
Great contest down low. Allowing no easy hoops is a winning approach.
When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
He drops it from range. Wembanyama's got 10 points in the game.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Wallace, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. And Joe's subbed in for Dort. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third quarter here. Wiggins outside. Pass to Wallace. Wiggins down low. He's guarded by Barnes. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Joe. Here's the three. Wallace misses.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Barnes. The three from Wembanyama. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wiggins for three. The shot no good. And so it's San Antonio with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Harper, outside Barnes. Inside. And Vassell, the bucket, on the assist by Barnes. Vassell's gotten his first points in this one.
Well, strong play by Vassell inside. Getting him a look this close is almost a sure bucket.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Fox, the pass to Harper. Cornette sets a screen to the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
To the middle. Here's Joe. Oh, no good on the layup. Spurs lead by 8. Now Vassell. Now Fox. Puts up the tray. Shot's no good. Thunder trail by 8. Here's Holmgren. Williams with the screen. Oh, Holmgren, the touch from range.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. A different look for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Champagnie comes in for Barnes. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Jalen Williams comes in for Wallace. Dort, he's checked in for Joe. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He seemed pleased with his team's performance, saying, quote, "We're on track. We're doing everything right. Keep it tight out there. And let's take back the lead in this series." Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now Dort. Stolen by Castle. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Vassell. Money from 3.
Always ready and willing to fire. Vassell from the corner.
Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside. And Fox has got the ball here for San Antonio. It's deflected. Williams against Vassell. Here's SGA. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Spurs lead by 6. Now Vassell. Outside Wembanyama. Fox fires. And the 3 misses. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. SGA surveying the D. SGA showing off the athleticism there.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
Nice shot.
Free throw, no good. San Antonio with the ball. 4-point game. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Here's Castle. Takes a 3. And he nails it.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big
point. The focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. 36 seconds left in the fourth. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
It's hard to say whether they have enough time for a quick shot and a foul.
Now Dort. Now pass to Williams. Now Hartenstein. Another chance. And that's money on the layup.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul. At the line for your Spurs, De'Aaron Fox taking 2 shots.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second. And that increases the lead to 6. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Oklahoma City calls timeout. They're down by 6. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from three, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it!
Not the most effective pick, but he salvages the play with a terrific move.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
At the line for two, pass off.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
You love the frame and the length Castle brings to the guard position.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, that's a good job of capitalizing at the line, adding some cushion to their lead.
The 3 is off, and he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. 14 fouls. The line for the Spurs, the Aaron Fox, taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. And so it's San Antonio with the W, and this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now, as long as they don't lose their focus.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
Possessions can end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, 2 of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team. When excellent rebounding teams play. Everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball. That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor, not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Now, here's SGA. Holmgren sets the screen for SGA. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And Tim, for all their talent, the Thunder committed to playing the right way.
Well, they are unselfish. They trust one another. And when a team is this committed at the defensive end of the floor, there's really no need to try to do too much offensively or play hero ball.
Now here's Williams, following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Williams against Vassell. Holmgren outside. Williams for three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Pass to Champagny, and he dunks it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Outside Williams. Back to SGA. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Here's San Antonio now to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
I just think you have to place more value on your possessions. We see in this league quite a bit. The more wide open style can also lead to careless play. That's a missed opportunity, and that is what he would love to have back.
Pass to Holmgren. And here is Dort. Castle covering. Dort takes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires top of the key. Here's Hartenstein. Dort wide open. Buries the long-range jumper.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Tim, I know you love that little push shot that Isaiah Hartenstein possesses in the lane. It really is beautiful, isn't it?
I refer to it as releasing the doves. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I think it's a shot more bigs should try to master because you don't have to get all the way to the rim.
Releasing the doves and the timing too, right? I mean, it's got to kind of come in the flow of the kid's movement when he's taking that shot.
Absolutely. He understands how to find those pockets where that shot is available.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Spurs. Harper comes in for Stephon Castle. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Cason Wallace comes in for Chet Holmgren. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here's Fox. Outside Harper. Barnes outside. There's the pick. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Wallace outside. Back to Mitchell. Williams passes to Wallace. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. And the Thunder, another three.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
That one goes in.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
7-second difference, shot game clock. Mitchell finds Wallace. Master Williams. Oh, the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Wallace. No good from outside. To the middle. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Thunder lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. San Antonio trailing here. And great with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Here's Mitchell. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Williams, a screen on Johnson. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Off target from outside.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
And he stays with it. Here's Castle. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Oklahoma City has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Mitchell looking it over. Holmgren sets the screen for Mitchell. It's hauled in by Cornette. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Barnes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Cornette can't get it to go. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Now Holmgren. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. On the wing, Barnes. Defended by Holmgren. Harper against Mitchell. Castle on the wing. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Castle's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs. Thunder have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. A different look now for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Luke Cornette. Vassell comes in for Castle. And it's Fox in for Harper. Now, here's George. SGA kicks to Wiggins. Hartenstein with the screen on Vassell. There's Williams with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Johnson sets the screen for Barnes. Fires from 14. Misses off the right iron. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Here's SGA. Door the screen on Vassell. Williams can't hit. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. Here's Barnes. No good that time. Wiggins with some nice D. Pass to SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander so quick off the floor.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Here's Fox. Some solid defense there from SGA. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome all. Game
playoff atmosphere. Hostile environment, man. They're handling the pressure, putting themselves in a good spot to win.
hard to focus with thousands of fans screaming at you. They've stayed in it. They've stayed confident. Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. They were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but go
Whoever
ahead.
wins this Game 3, they win the series.
That is bold, Kenny. I sort of like it. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We're back at the Western Conference Final. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports. Tim, and maybe I'm asking the wrong guy this, but are teams relying too much on the three-point shot?
Well, I do think there are nights I feel it becomes a little redundant, but the skill level of these players, Kevin, has led us here. More guys are capable of making that deep shot, so I don't see it going away anytime soon.
And the skill required to do it, no one knows that more than you. The skill required is just something else.
Consistency is what teams are looking for.
Here's Vassell. After the made shot from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama left side. 4 on the clock. Over Hartenstein. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game.
The line for San Antonio, Devin Vassell. 3 shots.
And that one falls for Vassell.
You watch Vassell. He's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
And the second free throw, good. And he makes all 3. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. To the inside. Here's Williams. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Williams has got 5 now.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Right at the rim. No problem there for Shea.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Back to Fox. Just 5 on the clock. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Holmgren outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside, SGA. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Wembanyama, a screen on SGA. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Holmgren.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Vassell. Then for the Thunder, Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Cason Wallace comes in for Holmgren. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Dort.
A generational talent for Wembanyama. The sky is the limit and the reality.
Both good from the line that time.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and there it is for him. SGA's got 10 points.
And the move and the basket, SGA has the defense shook.
Pass to Champagny. In the corner, Castle with it. Spurs working the ball around now. And that one's good. Barnes.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game. On the wing, Wallace. To the key, SGA. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Castle misses. Thunder have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Outside, SGA. And stolen by Barnes. In the corner, Castle with it. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Castle's got the lead up to 3 now for San Antonio. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's San Antonio as they end the third quarter on a 14-6 run. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Vassell against Wallace. Up top, Vassell. Pass to Cornette. 6 to shoot. Now, here's Fox. Covered by Mitchell. Fox, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Now, here's Mitchell. Holmgren outside. Goes up on the wing. Wallace misses.
And that's just high risk, low reward. Contested mid-range jumpers drive the analytics guys nuts.
And he's not the biggest guy, but Vassell can get up there when he needs to.
Here's Mitchell. Lets loose a 3. Barnes rips down the rebound. Cornette with it. Working on Holmgren. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Williams comes in for Wallace. Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And SGA's subbed in for Mitchell. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words for his team over the last break. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a three? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making threes. Missing? Not so much. Guys?
Thank you once again, Allie.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Now, here's Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein. Oh, what a play inside.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on it. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
That one misses for Hartenstein. San Antonio leading by 7. Outside, Fox. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. And that's a foul called on Shane Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. 15. Here's Fox. Now, here's Vassell. Castle fires. Hartenstein with the rebound. Here's Dort. Holmgren trying to get open. He gets it to go.
What a shot by Dort, keeping his cool and finding his team a bucket.
Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Williams. Pocket pass to the paint. And he punches it home.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
And here is Fox. Now Vassell. Castle with it. And Wembanyama. And hit the three. Dort against Castle. Wembanyama rips down the rebound. So it's San Antonio now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fox! Cleared away by SGA. And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. No good from 3. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Second team. The line for San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Holmgren. The 3 is off. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of the series, Game 3 needs everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
Now here's Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. And here's Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. And he buries his first look.
Tight defense, but Wembanyama has the length and body control to overcome it.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Hartenstein. Outside, Williams. And here's SGA outside. Rebound, San Antonio.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Castle. Castle, a screen on Holmgren. Back to Castle. Now here's Wembanyama. He's guarded by Hartenstein. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist by Castle.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Now Hartenstein. Pass to SGA. Dort for three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And Wembanyama has the ball here for San Antonio. Vassell passes to Champagnie. And here's Wembanyama. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Puts it up from the high post. Victor Wembanyama again. Wembanyama's got 6 points.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
They swipe it. Holmgren against Fox. Right side, Wembanyama. And stolen by Hartenstein. Here's Williams. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Man, he is stronger than he looks. Trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. The conversation quickly turned to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who coach called a problem. He's fast, he's strong, he's smart with the ball, coach said, so our defense is going to be working overtime to keep up with him, but we will keep up with him. Coach thinks his guys are up for the challenge tonight. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. For San Antonio, Barnes comes in for Vassell, and it's Harper in for Castle. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wallace comes in for Holmgren, and Joe's subbed in for Dort. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Barnes against Williams. Outside for Wembanyama. And the three off target. Thunder trail by 4. And looking at Jalen Williams, is there a part of his game you like best, Grant?
You know, it's tough to pick just one, B.A. He's such an all-around player. He can guard point guards, post players, you name it, and can score from anywhere in the court.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
I like the aggressiveness of Barnes, a much better player when he's attacking.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Joe, pass to Williams. Here's SGA from the arc. Harper pulls it in. And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Now, Doris, when it comes to the mid-range game, is anyone better than SGA?
Boy, when you think of the all-time efficient greats, Kevin Durant comes to mind. But SGA is carving out that kind of career. You can post him from the mid-range. His handle gets him to the spots on the floor he wants. He wears that area of the floor out.
Antonio. Cornette's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Johnson comes in for Champagny. And Castle subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Mitchell comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. San Antonio leading by 6. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Pass to Castle. 4-3. The rebound by Wiggins. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Wallace outside. To shoot. And the bucket is good. And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs out in front, up 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here. Just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Offensive rebound. Johnson for 3. Cornette sets a screen. Johnson passes to Cornette. And finally they hit one. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding the shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Here's Mitchell. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. It's stolen by Barnes. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Jumps up. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
So Mark Degno will call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. For San Antonio, Olynyk's checked in for Cornette, and it's Vassell in for Johnson. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Williams, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Now here's SGA. He's scoreless. Rebound by San Antonio.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Now let's head over to the sideline for a report on De'Aaron Fox. Allie, what are they saying?
Thanks. I did get some news from San Antonio's head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. While it took some time for him to completely recover from this injury, there is a chance that he could play on it. So we'll be monitoring him closely. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the intel.
What's remarkable to me, though, is how resilient players in the NBA are and the quality of the training staff and the approach they take in the rehab process. And that really helps accelerate the return to play, which is what every organization is trying to do.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Harper passes to Olynyk, and it's Olynyk with a jam.
That is Kelly Olynyk using his size to his advantage right at the rim. Nice finish.
One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
Ooh, the toughness of Holmgren.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Vassell outside. 18 feet out. Joe grabs the miss.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
Williams finds SGA. Screen by Holmgren. SGA driving. That's to Holmgren. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Holmgren's got 6 here in the quarter.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Now here's Castle, covered by Joe. Outside Olynyk. Back to Castle. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded closely. 2 on the clock. It's tipped. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Spurs up 4. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the San Antonio Spurs.
Contributions from their bench, providing once again the importance of depth.
Yeah, with the way their starters play, they may also need their subs in the second half. And I'm not talking submarine sandwiches, even though I'm hungry right now.
Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. They were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but go
Whoever
ahead.
wins this Game 3, they win the series.
That is bold, Kenny. I sort of like it. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Glad to have you with us as we return to the action here in the Western Conference Finals. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 4. Dort finds Williams. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. The 3 from Holmgren. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Well, the Spurs shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently. Castle against Dort. Steps back. Free throw line jumper. The Thunder with the rebound. SGA passes to Hartenstein. Castle against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. Stolen by Vassell. Pass to Fox. And a minute played as the second half gets going. With the drive. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 4. Dort up top. He's covered by Fox. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Nice pass by Lou Dort. You're playing a pick and roll, and your teammate's open, you find him. Nicely done.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, the body control and balance from Wemby.
Oh, that's a pretty balanced pass. Nice.
Holmgren outside. Pass to Hartenstein. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander nails it from 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Doris from the 11th pick in 2018 to last year's league MVP. How did Shai Gilgeous-Alexander make that kind of leap?
Well, you don't get there without incredible work habits. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander puts time in the offseason to grow every single aspect of his game. There's also maturity he plays with beyond his years. You can't speed him up. He's a 3-level scorer, and he contributes to one of the most dangerous defenses in the league.
Oh, I love the ferocity on the drive. Williams doesn't lack confidence tearing towards the rim.
The 3, Vassell fires in the triple.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Now here's Williams. He's got 6. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that's a quick strike from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In catch-and-shoot situations, those scoring instincts are right on point.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. With some changes. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Champagny. Johnson comes in for Vassell. And it's Harper in for Fox. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Castle outside. Pass to Johnson. Wembanyama screen. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Johnson, no good. The Thunder have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. And here's Wallace. 26 seconds left in the third. From the lead. Barnes with the rebound.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Johnson on the wing. Watched by Wallace. To the inside. Stolen by Wiggins. In transition, here they come. Takes a 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. San Antonio on top, leading by a point. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Now here's Fox. Pass to Vassell. Cornette sets a screen. Down low. And stolen by Holmgren. And a fast break now for the Thunder. And a two-handed jam.
And so agile there on the break. I mean, you got to appreciate Holmgren hustling to capitalize in these situations.
Pass to Harper. This one for three. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Harper's got himself on the board with a three there. Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Holmgren outside. Clock at 5. Yes! Using that window.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And the Spurs with some changes. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Champagnie comes in for Barnes. And Stephon Castles subbed in for Harper. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Hardenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Jalen Williams comes in for Wiggins. Dort, he's checked in for Wallace. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Here's the pass to Williams. The free ball is down.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Thunder with a lead. Cook it! Straight in!
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
Now here's Fox. Wembanyama. Oh, rising above. Wembanyama.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for San Antonio, Wembanyama. Shooting one.
The free throw no good for Wembanyama.
These moments are big for Wembanyama's growth. He loves these situations.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big time clutch delivery.
Knocks down the trifecta.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
The Thunder have gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander against Fox. Dort outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Fox there for the rebound. San Antonio has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth.
It's so hard to guard Fox without fouling him, especially when he's being the aggressor.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for San Antonio, De'Aaron Fox. Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a lead. And so both free throws good. And it's a 2-point ball game.
Some big-time stuff at the line. But, hey, listen, this is what we have come to expect from him.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. SGA. Wembanyama rips down the board. And Wembanyama has the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. The lead is 2. Always attacking Fox.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Connect!
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, by virtue of skill and temperament, so ready to deliver in these moments.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Castle.
We got this. We got this.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
This is a huge spot for Castle here.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout, and a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Oklahoma City now. They trail by 3. Here's Holmgren. Cashes it in!
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
At the line for your Spurs, De'Aaron Fox. 2 shots.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. And that'll put him up 2. SGA against Fox. Left side, SGA. Ooh, it misses. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. And this is a critical win for them. They grabbed the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now, as long as they don't lose their focus.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
One thing to watch tonight, RJ, both these teams are great passing the ball. They really rack up the assists.
These are the type of teams you want to play for, because you know what? If you pass it, the ball will find you again.
Now, here's Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
That's to Holmgren. SGA up top. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity.